Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the E46 podcast. And I got myself Hector, also known as CN6. And with me, I got Hive.
Yo.
And I got my boy Jazzy.
What up?
Man, how about put your jaws on my dick?
Hey, yo, it hasn't been a minute, though. What do you mean? The monetization.
Oh, shit. No, we're good.
Wait,
no, they changed it. It changed 15 seconds.
15 seconds?
Yeah, remember? Yeah, they did.
I'm going to take your word on it.
No, they did. No, we're good. We're good. I remember. No, you look, he got me there, though.
He went, oh, shit.
Do you remember our beginning? Even my reaction wasn't even safe. Oh, shit. Do you remember our early podcast? We would do that. We'd wait the 1 minute. We'd try so hard. Like, oh, yeah,
We'd be 3 minutes in. Hey, are we past a minute?
Yeah,
Bro, what?
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're going to be reviewing the last voyage of the Demeter. And but before we get into it, guys, we'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure to follow our socials at HeRayVision Podcast or go to HeRayVisionPodcast.com. You're going to see all our links through there. Make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called HeRayVision Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips. Or if you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights there. Also, make sure you follow our main page called HeRayVision to stay up to date with any geek news in films, TV, and video games. The socials are at HeRayVision or go to HeRayVision.com to find all of our socials. All the links will be down in the description below. Yeah, guys, so let's get into it, man. The last voyage of Hive. Oh. Like, what does that mean, though?
Last voyage. Well, it's the last voyage of the Demeter. The Demeter was the name of the boat.
Right. Mm-hmm. So,
is it my last voyage? I guess it's just my last day on Earth.
Yeah, and it's like him ransacking
every voyage,
Mountain
bro.
Dew. It's him ransacking every single. He's siphoning every fountain soda fountain out of Mountain Dew. That ties back to our jokes in Mission Impossible. If you haven't seen that review, guys, go check it out.
And the movie.
Oh yeah, and the movie. The movie was fire, right? Oh, and actually, because Hav hasn't been here for the past two reviews,
something like that.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
So just really quickly, guys. Hav, like, what do you for Talk to Me?
Yeah.
Well, quick thoughts, really, before we get into this movie. Quick thoughts, and then your rating, bro.
So here, let me first.
Oh shit! I thought you would never ask. He's putting out his notes.
Stupid ass motherfucker.
He already wrote the script for the next movie. He already wrote the next script.
It's Mission Impossible, Secret Invasion, Oppenheimer. Okay, so yeah, Talk to Me.
Talk to Me and Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles were the ones I missed out on. So Talk to Me, bro.
Yeah.
I saw it. You guys saw it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I saw it on $5 Tuesdays.
That's great.
Yeah, because because I'm also that day.
That's when you're off, right?
That day. Well, yeah, but I mean, I've been working a lot of overtime at my job and stuff. So I've been going in my days off. Yeah. The cool thing is though, when I go on my days off, I can leave whenever I want. I don't have to stay and do a full shift. So since I left early enough, I'm like, oh, I should go check out that Talk to Me movie because you guys had watched it. You guys gave it a good review. I remember seeing the trailer. It looked really cool. It was getting really good reviews and stuff like that, and I did my little research, and you guys forgot to mention this in the pod.
It's not that I forgot, bro. I didn't know.
Or that,
and this is why it's so valuable having Hav here, because like he knows these things. So I had no idea. But
so real quick, guys, about Talk to Me. Hector didn't know that the movie was written and directed by 2 brothers who are actually YouTubers.
Yeah,
these motherfuckers started out on YouTube. I'm talking like some Markiplier, like KSI. I'm talking YouTubers, bro. Like motherfuckers that made a living off doing YouTube videos.
That's crazy.
So these guys, what they would do on their...
We just said that the same time.
That's cute.
That's crazy.
That's cute. Y'all want to kiss now?
No, I just want his jaws.
Yes, actually.
On my, what? I want his jaws on my... No. Yo, that's a new joke.
Or just jaws on my knob.
Jobs. I want just jaws on my knob real quick. Anyways, it's funny.
A jaws breaker.
Jaws breaker. That's what they call my dick.
Maxima. No, I'm joking.
Maxima. Primo Maxima. Yeah. I think we explained that joke, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Oh, you weren't there for that, bro. We were dying in the car, High. We were crying. Danny almost crashed, bro. He was driving. He was crying, bro. I was crying. Yeah, bro. It was funny as fuck. Maximize. Anyways.
But yeah, bro, that movie was written directed by a couple of YouTubers. And what they would do, it wasn't like, they did Let's Plays. We're about to play Five Nights at Freddy. No, they weren't like that. What they did was they like making short films, like about Pokemon, like Call of Duty, typical bullshit. But they had developed this hobby and they've honed their skills on filmmaking and stuff. And they've actually worked as like crew members, as in like behind the scenes people in other big famous movies. So what they did was essentially, you know, in their whole career, right? They gained the experience, they learned the experience, they honed their skills, and then, you know, they basically had all the experience needed to make their first feature-length film, and that's why that movie came out as a swing. And on top of that, this was also their debut. It was the first movie they've ever done, other than like the short films on YouTube. But this is like the first time like a film came out like in the movie theaters, like big budget and stuff like that. Yep. And it's a shame that it's such an incredible story if you think about it, because like YouTubers, you know, they start off small and they coming up and they come up big, and then they put out a movie and oh shit, right? And it got good reviews and all that, but it's a shame it came out the same fucking weekend as Barbie and Oppenheimer.
It did?
It came out the same weekend,
no
bro.
way.
So it got robbed of hella box office because not a lot of people went to go see it, because Barbie and Oppenheimer were the two big hitters.
Why did they do that?
They don't choose, bro. The studios.
Okay, but that's my thing. Why? Sorry, that's what I meant. It's like, why did the studio? Why did they do that? They knew they had no chance with Oppenheimer and
Barbie.
Barbie, bro.
I don't know, man. Maybe it could be like.
Speaking of Barbie hit $1 billion already. I told
crazy.
I told you before the movie. I told you. You know what I mean? I told Hav, like, yo, Hav, what do you think is gonna do more in the box office? He said Oppenheimer, bro, easy. And I told him, you sure about that, bro? I think it's Barbie, man. Just because it's more iconic, the little kids.
I should have figured, you know, people's IQs would be low as fuck.
That's like ours. like ours, man. We don't even know what the fuck going on. Like, go check out that review, guys, if you haven't listened to it. That was a really good one.
So that was pretty cool when I learned that they were YouTubers and shit. I'm like, I gotta check out this movie, especially because it's their first movie and it got good reviews. So I went to go see it that Tuesday, and holy shit, that movie was lit.
You got bricked up, huh?
I liked it. Yeah, man. When that bitch got possessed, I said, "Hey, yo,
I'm trying to get like that.
I'm trying to get like that. How about I let you in this?
How about you let me in? How about
instead of holding it with my hand, I want to hold it with my.
Hold it with your butt.
How you grip my car? And then I go, all right, now I let you in.
Dude, that could be like a parody movie. You know, like the parody movie, like Scary Movie and everything.
Yeah.
What if it's like a penis instead of a hand?
Now I let you in.
You have to put your mouth on it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Scary
funny
Movie
as
6. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'd be funny as fuck. But anyways,
hey, that's how you know those brothers knew they made it when they parodied it. Like, yo, our movie got parodied.
Low key,
that's how we knew we made it. That's facts.
But anyways, go on.
But yeah, man, it was really good. I really liked it. All the actors that did a good job, especially the main chick, the one who gets obsessed with getting possessed and shit like that. Hey man, making out with the dog's wild.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. I don't want to get too far on a tangent. I don't want to talk about all the scenes that we fuck. Just
no, I know.
Your general thoughts, because motherfuckers will be like, "Yo, bro, like, where's the?
I know.
I'm here for the Voyage.
Where's the Demeter?"
Yeah.
I just had to mention that, bro, because that scene was wild.
No, I was cringing, bro. I was like, oh shit. Like,
but he was also like touching on his titties and shit, all this bullshit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. But no, I thought the movie was really good, bro, and it was actually confirmed that we're getting a sequel.
Yeah, bro.
Talk to Me.
Yep.
And
I should.
I'm gonna be looking forward to it, and I'm excited. Even though sometimes sequels don't do as good as the original, I feel like these guys, man, I don't know, with their first film being as good, and as long as they don't get into like any like restrictions in their creative control by the studio, I feel like the sequel might have a potential to be really good.
And really quickly, people are saying like, how can they make a second one? Blah blah blah. And like my thing is like, even I think we mentioned this in a review, Mario, where we said, isn't there like a potentially maybe it could be another hand out there?
Oh yeah,
because don't you remember the movie? I don't
know if we talked about it in the review, but we definitely talked about it outside like the podcast for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because like even in the movie, that chick, she says like, oh, like there's rumors that the other hand is somewhere else.
No, something like that. Talking about. I think we did talk about.
Yeah, something like that. So that's what I think is gonna happen.
Or it's gonna focus on a completely new group of people.
Yeah.
But the ghost that they see is the chick.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Like continuation.
Something like that.
Cool. Okay.
But I thought the movie was really good, bro. I thought it was scary. I really enjoyed it personally. I mean, it's probably one of the most enjoyable horror movies I've seen in a while.
I think it's my favorite for this year, bro. I think it did better. I like
over Evil Dead.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Because Evil Dead, I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I gave this one a 9, I think.
And then Talk to Me, I gave it a 9.
I'd give it a 9 too.
Oh shit. Okay, man. We on the same.
I'd give
All
it a
right.
On the same page, though.
So, all right. So that's that, right? I don't want to like drag this on for too long. Now let's move to TMNT real quick. Huh?
Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. Quick thoughts and then your rating.
Well, I should start off by saying I heard your guys' review on it, and hey, man, a lot of conflicting opinions among the three of y'all because it was you two and Danny.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I should. To Danny's point, I don't know what he's talking about. I liked the animation. I really liked it a lot. When I saw the trailer, I thought it was a little off on the voices because they sounded hella young. Even though I get it, they're supposed to be teenagers. Right. But I guess after watching the movie for a while, I kind of fell into it. And I was like, okay, it fits the characters, and they did a good job.
What'd you think about Jackie Chan? Like, did you feel what I felt like in the beginning? Like it just didn't fit.
It's not that it didn't fit, bro. It's just that like it was such a recognizable voice, and I'm like, I felt like I was listening to Jackie Chan and not Splinter.
Okay, there we go. That's
but not that it didn't fit. I mean, like I was like, okay, like he's voicing a character, but it's like he voices it's the same voice.
Yeah.
Because he plays, I believe I've never seen the movies, but I believe he plays the monkey in Kung Fu Panda.
I can't remember.
So like it's the voice.
No, but like throughout the movie, then I got used to it.
It got used to it.
Yeah,
no, absolutely. Yeah. I got used to it and stuff like that.
But okay.
But I mean, the movie was really cool, bro. I actually really liked Ninja Turtles. I liked the animation. I liked the story. I especially really liked the themes about how they were outcast and they wanted to be accepted by society. Just little things like them going into that movie night, like the drive-in, and they're like, "Oh, I want to be with the people."
No, yeah, that shit was hard.
Or when they're in the sewers, they're looking outside through the rails, and it's like, "Fuck," you know what I mean? I have my little like nitpicks with the movie. Like, I wish Splinter would have been a lot more like masterful, a lot more a lot more sensei and less quirky dad. But I get it. If it's made for kids and Jackie Chan's voicing him, you want to take advantage of that. Some of the changes that they did was like the Ninja Turtles learned martial arts through self-defense videos and YouTube videos. In the comics, it's way weirder. It's way weirder in the source material. There's two different origins for the turtles on how they learn martial arts, and it all comes back to Splinter. One of them, they're both weird, but I like one more than the other. In the comics, get this right, Splinter, before he mutated, before he touched that ooze bullshit, he was just a rat.
Yeah.
And he was actually the pet rat of a samurai motherfucker by the name of I forgot his full name, but his last name is Yoshi, like from Mario.
Okay.
And Yoshi has some sort of connection backstory with Shredder, and Shredder ends up killing this motherfucker, man.
Oh shit.
So then the rat, Splinter, as a pet rat, like it was able to escape because it was a whole fight. So like furniture was thrown and it was like a huge brawl. I'm assuming Splinter was in a cage that broke free, so he just got away. And somehow that motherfucker ends up from Japan to New York. I don't know how he fucking makes that trip, but he ends up in New York. Touches the ooze, becomes a Splinter, like the master.
And that's
Splinter.
How he knows is because he saw his
master doing shit. And I'm like, that's crap, bro. Because you mean to tell me if I had a pet gecko,
he'll be able to know that?
He was just watching me like while he was eating leaves and cockroaches or whatever the fuck, watching me do Spider-Man moves. Like he'll know how to do it. That's where I'm kind of like meh, and that's why Splinter has beef with Shredder. Like that's why they're arch nemesis because he's like, you killed my master. Type shit.
Okay, that's pretty. I gonna lie, that's kind of cool, bro.
Right.
I kind of like it more.
In the when they adapted the show into a cartoon in the 80s, the old school Ninja Turtles show.
Which is the one that you like? Is this the one that you like?
The Turtles one I like more because it makes more sense.
The one in the show.
Yes.
The one that you're about to say right now. Okay, I got you.
The one that makes sense. So the other one, like he's a pet rat and he just I guess knew shit as an animal with no conscience.
Okay.
I guess, right, whatever. But in the show, it turns out that samurai motherfucker, Yoshi, finds the turtles in the ooze, and he saves them. And then the turtles mutate. But then Yoshi realizes he has ooze on his hands, and he mutates into a rat.
What the fuck?
So a person, he's actually a human being.
But he transformed to a rat.
Into a mutated rat because of the ooze. Which makes more sense because you'd be like, okay, that's how Splinter knows martial arts then. Because he's actually a person with knowledge and a conscience.
He's just a rat.
He just looks like a rat now. He's just a mutated rat. So whereas the ooze made baby turtles into mutant turtles that can talk and have limbs and shit like a human, I guess it turns humans into animals.
Okay. I mean, I guess I got like that.
Maybe that ties into how Bebop and Rocksteady, which is the warthog and the rhino, how they were people at first and they got converged into animals. So I think it makes more sense.
Yeah, okay.
So I like that one because they're both weird, but it makes more sense.
No, I like that
as
one.
A person.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So little changes like that. I also thought it was interesting how in the end of the movie, all the mutants, all the bad guys became good guys. And now they're all living in the sewers with them.
Right.
And that's crazy because they're all villains, especially Bebop and Rocksteady, the Warthog and the Rhino. So like now they're all friends. So in the sequel, are we not going to see them brawl? Like, because we barely saw much of them in this movie.
Yeah,
that's another thing too. Is I felt like as cool as it was having
not going crazy to spoilers. I remember.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like,
but I just felt like with hella mutant villains in this movie, bro, there was a lot, and I feel like only Ice Cube shined. The rest of them just kind of felt like they were there.
Yeah, what'd you think of, like, real quick, because I don't want, like I said, guys, I'm probably going to add, like, a quick voice message in the beginning of this pod, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Be like, yo, guys, this is the time where the review starts. But real quick, like, what'd you think of Ice Cube, that Superfly? Because Mario said that he, like, didn't really fuck with him like that.
Really?
Like, I don't know if you remember. You don't remember that?
I can't remember if he said that or
not. Don't you remember Mario?
I said I didn't like there was two villains.
Oh, Cynthia Utrom and the company shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that.
Well, you know, even you said Superfly just wasn't like intimidating.
Yeah, because like that, right? you were dividing it up between Superfly and the scientist lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, you thought he was cool?
No, I thought he was really good. I thought Ice Cube did a really good job voicing him. I thought he was
cool.
gonna sound weird, like, you know, because in the trailer I'm like, bro, I just hear Ice Cube, like, what the fuck? Yeah. But in the trailer he kind of makes a good entrance. He does a really good job with the voice acting and stuff like that, bro. A couple of minor changes in the source material that I would have liked maybe a little differently. But other than that, I thought it was an overall enjoyable movie. Would I say it's my favorite Ninja Turtles? Not really. I think I still prefer the OG from the 80s and the 90s. When they were like in those rubber suits and stuff like that.
Oh, you like those?
Hell yeah, I like those. Oh
wow,
those are the OGs, bro. And those are more to like the source material, so I like it a little more. So I would give Ninja Turtles probably like an 8.
All right, that's
8 out of 10.
I'm still surprised Mario gave it a 7. That's crazy,
bro.
All right, man. Mario.
And 2 points is because his niche is anime or animation.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a 5.
Yeah, right.
I got bonus points because it's animation.
No, man. Dude, that'd be pretty interesting, right? Like anime, like Ninja Turtles.
I'm sure it'll
be pretty cool.
Well, do you guys know they're making a Ninja Turtles video game, right? The Last Ronin?
I saw that.
And but the thing is, it was announced that they're making a Ninja Turtles Last Ronin video game for the longest time, but we don't know who's going to develop it. And now we saw that it's Black Forest.
Yeah,
and those are the guys that made the Forest games, which I know you've played.
Yeah.
Those, and then I forgot which other games they've made. So, fingers crossed, bro. Let's hope that shit's good.
Hey man, hopefully it's fine. I heard it's gonna be like a third person, kind of like God of War.
Dude, when I heard it was gonna be like the modern God of War games, like Ragnarok and 2018,
cool,
bro, that potential, bro. So I'm crossing my fingers.
All right, guys. So yeah, that's it. Now we're gonna get into it. Sorry, about that. Like I said, I'll probably most likely put a clip in the front or some shit. But yeah, let's get into it, man. I just want to do a quick recap with Hive because he's been gone. So yeah, the last voyage of the Demeter, right? We get the trailer, right? And this is what I was telling Mario. I didn't think there was that much marketing for this movie. What do you think about that?
No,
I didn't see it like that.
No, not a lot.
And I also didn't really see any buzz around it.
No.
So it's like one of those movies that
kind of gets swept under the rug.
Yeah, and like we saw when we were watching, we saw DreamWorks.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like what?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't know what the fuck that was about.
DreamWorks is a part of this shit.
I was expecting a post-credit scene with Shrek.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, like where the ship lands in far away.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as fuck. But yeah, guys. So
spoiler-free section.
Spoiler-free section, right? We're gonna do a spoiler-free section, give our quick thoughts and everything, then our rating, and then we'll move on to the spoiler sections, talk about the things that we like, things that we I guess didn't like. We go more into depth and stuff. But yeah, so I really quickly, I guess first reaction to the trailers. Well, Mario, start with you, bro. Like, what was your first reaction to the trailer, man, when you saw this bitch, man?
I remember being very. What drew me in was like, obviously when you get a movie like this, you can turn to, I'm like, okay, this is new IP ish for a movie. I mean, not what's going on. I thought it looked very high quality. I was like, looks very like it's shot well. All the scenes look really cool. They look interesting. I know for a fact, it's not a spoiler, so I know in the fact the monster that's is in the trailer, I thought it looked really good. You can easily fuck that up. You can easily fuck up the monster, but the monster looked good enough to me to where I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued now from what I saw in the trailer.
You felt the same way, Hopper? Do you want to add anything?
I was intrigued, bro, and like when I saw the monster, I was kind of like, okay, interesting. It's like a demon or like a ghoul or I don't know what. Until I looked it up,
like a gargoyle.
Yeah, or something. Until I looked it up, and it was like, oh, it's Dracula.
No, they said it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it in the trailer.
I didn't say Dracula because I didn't know it was in the trailer.
No,
that's why I said monster.
No, it was. They did. They
even
said
if it wasn't in the trailer, a Google search away, you'd know.
Yeah, but they did say it in the trailer.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, they said Dracula, and then that's when we see them. We're like, yo, what the fuck? I remember. They have it in the trailer.
So it's Dracula, and so here's actually what the movie. So like, the movie, bro. What it's about, right? So the synopsis of this movie is back in the 1800s, right? 18 whatever, right?
Late 1800s.
Yeah. Author Bram Stoker. I want to get the last name wrong. Bram Stoker or Stroker. I forget how you pronounce his last name.
Oh, you're talking about real life. I thought you were talking about the movie.
Both.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
okay.
both. So and back in the 1800s, author. I'm gonna just say Stoker, because I don't know if that's his last name. Author Bram Stoker makes a novel called Dracula, which is like a really long novel. He made a novel, and in that novel, one single chapter of that novel is the plot of this movie. So the plot of this movie is just one single chapter in that Dracula novel. So it's interesting that's why in the beginning when the movie starts, that text says that it's from.
I couldn't read that
story.
first set. Of
yeah,
text.
The last line I didn't catch, but whatever. It is what it is. But so yeah, in the actual novel. The plot of this movie is just the first. It's one of the chapters in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So but like I heard that years ago, like early 2000s, they made a Dracula movie. That it was actually a faithful adaptation to the actual Dracula novel. So I have yet to see it. And people say it's really good, so I should check that out. But in that novel, one of the chapters was the synopsis of this movie. So that's what this movie is actually about. And I guess in the book, the way that the chapter is written is through the captain's log, like when he journals the shit. So I guess this movie just kind of like was the director's way of, I guess, like telling what those visualizing what the captain log would be writing and shit. So that way when you read the captain's log, you'd be like, oh, because this happened, like, oh, because you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that is what this movie is about. The inspiration was taken by one of the chapters in the Bram Stoker Dracula novel. And what the movie then is actually about is that there's a group of people who get on a ship and they're tasked to bring 50 wooden crates of who knows what is inside from one part of the earth to England.
Yeah.
And on the trip, they realize that one of the crates was containing Dracula, and he breaks free and he starts terrorizing the people.
Yeah,
that's what this entire movie's about.
Yes, on the boat, on the ship called the
Demeter.
The Demeter.
That's what that is. The last voyage of the Demeter. And like, yeah, man, that concept is cool. Like what you just said and everything. Even they explain it in the beginning of the movie with like they drop like a text, quick thing of what this is about. The concept is cool. When I saw the trailer, even like the Dracula looked cool as well. It didn't look like
super CGI,
yeah, whatever. Yeah. It looked cool. I thought the premise was cool. Ships. We get the rainstorms and stuff. Everyone's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, I thought it was cool, man. The premise is cool and everything. But like, I kind of was going with kind of low expectations, just because I didn't hear any buzz about this movie. There's not that much marketing, and not only that, I kind of like, because of those reasons, I kind of knew that the budget probably wasn't going to be there, and I already kind of like predicted or was expecting that they weren't necessarily going to show Dracula that much, right? And that they're going to have to rely on dialogue. And I would say, honestly, like this movie was kind of like what I expected, if I'm gonna be honest. They pulled, like what you said, Mario, a Godzilla or some shit.
The very first Godzilla, where like they tease him a lot.
They tease him a lot in this
up until
movie.
The very end.
Like when you do see him in a figure, like he's in the shadows like Batman. And it's not until the very probably
$45 million budget.
45 million? Shit, that's a lot, dude. For 45 million, I didn't even see any buzz like that.
It just happens, bro.
Like, what do you think about that? Or is that just me? Like, what do you guys think?
I didn't know. I didn't hear a lot of buzz about it either.
Like, I only heard, dude.
Like,
I only saw this
when a movie drops on X, now formerly Twitter.
Yeah.
I usually see a screenshot of a Rotten Tomatoes score. Usually, of any movie we're gonna see, like that as any movie, even if it's a movie I'm not interested. Like for The Meg, I'm not interested in that shit. I still
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
it, right? For this one, never saw a review about it. Not even a post about it.
I only heard about this movie from the fucking trailers that when we go see movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I never saw it on social media ever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh shit. And like, to me, come on, man. Like, we're geeks, man. So like, that shit looks raw as fuck. It looks cool. It looks like cool premise, just like with 65.
Yeah.
You know. And now looking back, now kind of looking back on 65, I low-key kind of like maybe agree with you, because they have 65 on fucking Amazon Prime now already. And I don't know, man. I kind of agree. Like, you know what? Because I think I gave it a 7.
Okay.
But now I'm kind of thinking, man, I think it's a 6, man. I think it was okay.
I think we already did kind of not low.
No, yeah, I think I gave it a 7. I think I was the highest or whatever. And so with this movie, I was kind of expecting like a 65 situation where it's a cool premise, whatever. But for some reason, I felt like
underwhelmed.
Yes, and like there wasn't that much buzz to it, so I kind of assumed that we weren't getting anything crazy. And to be honest, we kind of didn't, man. Like this, like the first act of this movie, man, just felt like a build-up. Like even like when it felt like there's moments where it felt like a build-up, but like we're already deep in. Does that make sense?
The whole thing's kind of a build-up.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
The whole thing's, in my opinion, it was a whole build-up.
Like to me, like I think the third act is when they finally like, all right, we're gonna do something.
Yeah, it's when we start picking up.
Yeah.
I feel like that should happen in the second act.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I think that should, but like no, it was just a build up. We only get, shadowy figures of him, like in everything. They rely on dialogue. Obviously, Javi and I, we like dialogue and stuff. But for some reason, I think what didn't do it for me like really well is like the characters. I didn't really care for the characters as much, like except for the main character. I liked him. He was cool. I mean, you should, right? He's the main character. But everyone else, like that was introduced in the movie, I didn't really care as much.
Sure.
It was like I didn't think they really. Some of them just didn't have to be there. Obviously, most of them they're just like there for kills or whatever. And I don't know, man. And even some of the dialogue, not gonna lie, was pretty cool. The way they would have like their own monologues or whatever, talking about the Dracula, or say something hard like, oh, life is about this, or like I kind of like those moments as well. But I don't know, man. Just for some reason, I just felt like they build it up too much, man, and it just felt like there was moments where I was in and I'm out. Like who says it again? The joke? Even when I'm out, I'm in.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. I felt like Nick Fury, bro. I'm in and then I'm out. Like there was moments where like I was intrigued. Like, oh, okay. And then there was moments like another build up. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's just my thoughts, right? Mario, do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? What do you guys think overall? Like, I guess we'll go to you, bro. What did you think, bro?
I don't know, man. For me, I'm actually surprised.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised at both of y'all, low key, that you said that the movie showed Dracula not that much. I feel like he was shown too much, in my opinion.
Too much?
Yeah, bro.
Whoa, really?
I didn't like how he was shown a lot in this.
Whoa.
In this movie, bro. Especially because like, so what I'm referring to is like in the movie, like when he first gets broken out of the crate.
Yeah.
And the movie's building up. The movie does a lot of showing him, like in the background or like crawling, or you see him like in stuff like that. I felt like if the movie really wanted to go for that horror factor, if they really wanted to be scary and build the tension, they would not show him as much, like full body or full light on his body, him crawling and doing all this shit. They would have maybe teased like hearing like footsteps or hearing something clatter or something like that, or like doing one of those things where like you see a shadow behind the person moving. They would have probably should have gotten more in the direction of a more tension building kind of like paranoid horror movie vibe, where they should not have shown him as much, and they should only show him in his full body, like his full potential, whatever, halfway through the movie. Because when we first see him, I felt like they were starting to show him a lot, and I was like, kind of like, man, like now I know how he looks like, and like now the tension's kind of gone, like the scare factor's not really there.
That's kind of what I meant. Like in the middle of the movie, that's when like what we saw in the third act. I think that's when we started getting in the second act and seeing him more there.
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant when I wanted to see him more. It's like I guess I wanted to see him more sooner, like in the middle.
Yeah.
Where shit's happening, people are like freaking out, whatever. People are trying to figure out what to do, rather than just do that at the very end. Because I feel like from the first act and the second act, it was just like build up and like just like suspense and like we weren't necessarily going anywhere, in my opinion. I think, you know.
Yeah.
But, Mario, did you have anything else? Like, is there anything else?
I guess when you said about the characters, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Go ahead. What'd you think, bro?
I mean, I guess I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the main character, who I forget the actor's name, but it's the guy who played.
He looked familiar.
So I know him as Dr. Dre. He was in Straight Outta Compton, the movie, and he plays Dr. Dre. Because you know how Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, DJ Yella, all those characters. So that actor played young Dr. Dre in the Straight Outta Compton biopic.
Is he in the other movies that you know of?
He's been in another few movis, bro. But I know
familiar,
him.
Bro.
The girl, I feel like I recognized her too.
The girl?
The girl, yeah.
I know him from Straight Outta Compton, bro. But that's all I know him from. But I'm sure he's been in other stuff. I'm assuming.
I seen NWA, but I didn't recognize.
Straight Outta Compton.
That movie's fire. Have you seen it, Hector?
Which one?
NWA.
No, I haven't. Seen it.
Straight
Outta
Compton.
Compton.
No, I haven't.
Kong Skull Island.
Oh, okay.
I seen that.
He was in that. I mean, that's it.
That was before the pod, huh?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Skull Island?
Hella
Way
before the pod.
before.
When was that? 2020?
2017.
Yeah, dude, I was about to say Kong.
Skull. I'm thinking about Zilla versus Khan.
Yeah.
That was 2020.
That was 2020.
Okay, yeah, I'm
But
getting confused.
he's been in other movies, but like not movies that we've seen. So Straight Outta Compton.
Gotcha.
And Kong Skull Island was what he's.
Oh fuck. But yeah. Okay, I probably might have seen him in the Straight Outta Compton, like the trailers or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
so yeah, with the characters.
the main character was cool, bro. I mean, all the other characters are cool, but like you can kind of tell that it's one of those things, bro. Where you got to understand, like, if you were like, I don't really care about the characters, I don't really care. It's kind of like that's kind of the point, you know. When you're dealing with a movie where there's a monster or a serial killer or like a Jason Voorhees type of deal, you know that there's going to be characters who are expendable, who are just there just to kind of be killed off. So
I'm more so talking like the second hand main characters.
Oh, like the ones that were closer to the main character and shit like that?
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, bro, like there were just a bunch of characters that I was interested in.
Yeah.
You know, you meet that one guy, he's like the really tall motherfucker, and he talks about how he has a kid, and then you're like, oh, okay, so like in a sense they kind of humanized him. Obviously there's a kid on board, and you don't want nothing to happen to the kid. You want him to survive. And then this woman randomly appears who was a stowaway, and I feel like with that character, I feel like she was just kind of there.
That's my point, bro.
Yeah.
And like, so I don't want to get into spoilers. We'll get to in spoiler sections on like what happened. And, like,
but another thing is that like, you know, it's you find out through the trailer. This is not a spoiler, but in the trailer you find out that she knows what the monster is, and she's the one that utters his name, Dracula. And so you find out that she kind of has this like history with him, or she knows something about him. Yet you watch the movie and she's like nonchalantly listening to the conversations with the guys off to the side. Like I feel like, for someone who made a big deal that how monstrous and how Dracula's the devil and blah blah blah, that I would have assumed she would be more like shaking or living in fear or something, like off to the side and stuff like that. Because I feel like
I think she was in the beginning.
No, yeah, when she first comes up, she's like,
but then like later on,
we gotta get out of this boat. Next shot, she's like, they're like,
with guns and
with
shit.
guns. She's like, you
John
know,
Wick.
let's kill this motherfucker.
Yeah. I know
But like, I don't know. I felt like maybe they should have made her a little more fearful, a little more like, you don't understand. Like, I would have liked to have seen more of a scared side of her.
Like, you know what? You know
what is that, bro?
It's my chair, my bad.
Oh, bro.
I sounded like someone was screaming.
Bro, I was like, what is that noise?
My chair is wigging, man.
Do you hear it on the mic?
Yeah.
Bro, I thought it was an animal, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like something squeaking. I was like, what?
Hey, you want to see an animal? It's right here, between my legs.
You're gay.
That's an animal, man. Anyways, what was it? Fuck, what was it? Oh yeah, you know what that remind me of, bro?
What's up?
I don't know if you remember this. Is with that, because you're saying, oh, be more fearful, because like when you see someone freaking out, like fearful, like, oh my, like it freaks you out.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of Halo. Do you remember in Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game? It's the mission 343 Guilty Spark, where we encounter the Flood for the first time.
Okay.
And it's the forest area.
Yeah.
And then you see that one Marine that survived, and he's like losing his mind, shooting at you, like, no, get away from me.
I think I vaguely remember.
You don't remember that?
It was long ago.
All my Halo fans, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. I could show you. I mean, when Mario gives his opinions, I could actually look it up and show you.
Yeah.
But that's what reminds me of, because I remember playing it as a kid and everything. That freaked me out. I had no idea about the flood and Halo, whatever. And once you see that, it's a Marine, like, because you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? It's like a war zone, right? A bunch of bodies. You're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? There's a Marine like crouched with a pistol, like freaking out, like, get away from me! No, you're not gonna turn me into one of those things, and like shooting you. And you're like, I'm Master Chief, bitch. Why are you shooting at me? But he's so freaked out of his mind, he doesn't give a he doesn't care. He's like,
yeah.
So that like builds up the tension. You're like, and
what the fuck is that?
And yeah, and you're like, what the fuck did I just walk into?
Yeah.
You know, that fucking feeling. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah,
I would have liked for the woman to act like that more throughout the movie. I feel like when we first see her, she is freaking out, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, you know what? It's a wrap."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, well, come on, man.
Let's get into it. I don't know. So for me, I don't know. I didn't really buy that. And I mean, other than that, bro, I mean, I guess it's whatever. I will say I did look at early reviews of people who saw the movie early, and one of the complaints, I don't know about you guys, but one of the complaints that I heard is that Dracula in this movie stays in its monster form the entire movie. And a lot of people are like, actually, he takes human form and blah, blah, blah. Like in the, you know how Dracula's typically like the typical shit, right? He's in a tux.
Yeah.
In a suit. He's got that really big ass collar. His hair's slicked back. You know, he talks like all fucking, you know, Transylvania and shit. So the reason why I don't really see that as much of a lot of people were complaining that like he stays in his monster form. Like I want to see him in his human form. But like
I feel like that would have made sense.
That's what I was gonna.
I don't think that would have made sense, because like if they saw someone in their human form, you'd be like,
the fuck. For the movie, for the kind of movie that they were going for, he had to be in its monster form.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because it's like a monster terrorizing the ship.
I think that's what intrigued me more, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, if you want to see a humanized Dracula where he's in human form, there's the Bram Stoker Dracula movie, or just watch Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing, which I still profess that's my favorite Dracula, bro. Okay, so Hector's showing me the clip.
So here's a clip
from
Combat Evolved. It's the mission called 343 Guilty Spark. It's from Combat Evolved, guys.
Stay back! You're not turning me into one of those things! I'll blow your brains out! Get away from me! Don't touch me, you freaks! I won't be like you, I'll die first! Find your own hiding place, the monsters are everywhere! Play dead! That's what I did! Play dead! They took the live ones! Oh god, I can still hear them! Monsters!
I'm hearing this freaking.
Just leave me alone!
So yeah, bro. And then when you get closer, he's like, "Get away from me!" and he starts shooting you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, me as a kid, I would just kill his ass. I'd be like, "Man, I'll just put you out, man. Put you out of your misery. I ain't gonna leave you here." But anyways, you see how creepy that is?
Yeah.
Because imagine playing this for the first time. You don't remember this, Hav?
No, I don't.
It's been a long time, bro. But like, imagine you're playing this by yourself, and this is you don't know anything. You don't know what the flood is, and you know the flood. It's kind of creepy, right? So imagine that, right? You go in here, you're like, because I don't know if you remember the mission, Hav. When you're going inside the mission, there's a bunch of dead bodies. There's Marines and Covenants, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? You're in the forest. It's dark. It's misty. There's foggy, and you're like, what the fuck? You go inside this building, dead bodies everywhere, and it's just quiet. You're just investigating this area, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? Because like, you're sent there on a mission because they said, oh, Captain Keyes, remember Captain Keyes? Captain Keyes' squad or whatever, they got lost or whatever, so they send you to go find them. And you're like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And the first life that you see there, right, of a human, is him acting this way. And you're like, what the fuck? So everything I saw back there, like, was not you, I guess. What the fuck would I get myself into?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that creepiness, bro. I remember, dude, as a kid, bro, like, I'd be scared to play this mission, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you, bro.
But I mean, those are really just.
But yeah, we're at the Dracula not showing his real person.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I felt like for the kind of movie that this movie was going for, he had to be in this monster form, bro.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to be.
Is there any other complaints that you heard about? Like for majority of people that would.
There is one other thing, and I actually do agree with, and that is that there were quite a few scenes, especially in the beginning when we first started seeing Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
There were some scenes in this movie that I kind of tilted my head. I was kind of like, what the fuck? Because these scenes, it would show Dracula in CGI. And the CGI looked like trash, bro. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I noticed the CGI was not good. And it was very noticeable. You were like, bro, that's Dracula.
No, I know what you
CGI
mean.
Dracula is very noticeable.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like weird because I can understand if you're making CGI Dracula fly with his wings and shit.
Yeah.
But like, it would be just something like him standing there. Or him just like turning his head looking over.
And then you could just tell.
And it was CGI. And I'm like, why do that? Why is that CGI? Why couldn't you have just had a practical person, right? Why not have Javier Botet? I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Just have him in the Dracula suit.
Who's that?
Javier Botet?
Yeah, who is that?
So that's the guy that plays Dracula in this movie.
Oh,
and he's the motherfucker. He's this tall Spaniard motherfucker. He's from Spain,
shit.
and he's been in a bunch of horror movies. And he's like fucking hella tall and skinny, and he's built like that. So he's been in a bunch of horror movies, and he's played a bunch of different characters. Like he was in Conjuring
cool.
2. He plays the Wicked Man or the Twisted Man in Conjuring 2. He played Slender Man in the movie.
Wow. That's pretty
so
cool.
he's been in a bunch of horror movies where he plays like an abnormally tall figure because he's built like 6'8" or some bullshit. I don't know, something like that.
And he's skinny. So
And
like,
he's really
like slender.
skinny. He's
like,
really
yeah.
skinny, bro. So my thing is like, why was that scene CGI? Why is that a CGI Dracula?
Gotcha.
Just him standing there looking around.
No, yeah, I did notice that
Why
too,
couldn't
bro.
you just had him practically just be in front of the camera and move?
Like even in the shadows, have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, even when he was in the shadows, it looked like CGI. And I'm like, dude, okay, bro, he's in the shadows. You could maybe get away with it if it was practical or something. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to mention that, bro. No, yeah, you're right.
The CGI, even though there wasn't a lot of CGI, obviously some of the CGI scenes where like he's flying around, you could tell that's where the budget went. Like, cause that looked normal.
Yeah.
But it was the other scenes where I'm kind of like, okay, I get it. Like that looked kind of.
The 45 million budget, yeah.
I was just kind of like, damn, bro, that shit looked noticeable.
Dude, I wonder, like, those ships, bro. Just off top real quick, those ships are cool to me. Like, I always wanted to get
Pirate
on one.
ships.
Yeah, I always want to get on one of those ships, man.
Fuck that.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Man, you saw how that shit was rocking?
Okay,
and
not sailing in the middle of the ocean, but just like be in it when it's docked
shit? All right, yeah.
and just check around. Like, oh shit,
What the
all
hell?
right.
Where y'all keep the rum at?
A sea of thieves
Down in
alright.
the cellar.
Down in the cellar.
Yo, can I fire off one of those cannons?
It's in the poop deck. I'm digging Danny out the poop deck. Hey, yo, Danny, what the fuck are you? Y'all get that?
Yeah, it's a bathroom.
Yeah, I'm digging Danny out of it.
Yeah, I
For
know.
whatever reason, he's down there. Like, yo, Danny, what the fuck? Why are you in the poop deck? I like it here.
I like it here. What the fuck?
I wish Danny was here, bro. That'd be funny as fuck. But okay. Mario, you haven't been talking, bro. So I want to pass it to you, bro. Like, you're over. Okay, likes, dislikes, no spoilers, obviously. Like, what's going on, man? What do you think? Did you agree with what Hav said? Did you agree with what I said? Like, what do you think, bro?
No, I would think for me how Dracula looked, I think didn't. For me, the CGI wasn't noticeable for me at least.
Oh, okay.
When I would see,
Not even in the shadows.
It
He was
was
like lurking in the shadows like Batman.
No, I think because it was so dark.
Really? I still noticed it.
Not for me, really. I just thought I was like, oh, okay, and it wasn't like super painfully obvious. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, yeah.
And
Javi is showing me the actor who played Dracula. Yeah, bro. What the fuck? He is tall and slender.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. Look at him. Check him out.
That is a tall ass motherfucker. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he's pretty tall, man.
No way his legs are actually. No way his legs are like that.
Holy shit! Yeah, man. All right, I can see that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they could have definitely done some practical stuff with him.
Yeah, bro. Look, he played this witch from It Chapter 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me see. I do not remember that motherfucker being in.
Yeah, bro. Look, this is one of his most well-known pictures right
Dude,
here.
not gonna lie, bro. Those It movies were fire.
Yeah, they were.
They are.
The movies were fire.
That's cool. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
So
All right, that
so
makes
you see how
sense.
he's
Yeah,
built,
man,
bro?
that
Like
makes
that's
sense.
why he's been in
You
a
know
bunch
what-
of horror movies and shit.
Fuck. You know what he reminds me? Like, who he could play? I'm trying to think. Is there a Resident Evil character that kind of looks like that, where it's a skinny lady?
Not that I can think of off the
No.
top of my head.
Have you guys played Skyrim?
No, I'm a bit boring in the beginning.
God damn it. All right. So people who listen, man, the people who play Skyrim, do you remember those the Skyrim witches? Yeah, the Skyrim witches that you see around and everything that be doing, potions or whatever. He reminds me. Javi showed me a picture, and like he reminds me of like he showed me the picture of the girl of who he played the girl from It Chapter 2. You said, right? That reminds me of the witch from like Skyrim or like whatever. Or, Yeah, to all my guys who play that, man, y'all know. But anyway, that's all topic. But yeah, that is kind of creepy. Not gonna lie, but it's pretty cool though. Yeah, go ahead, Mario.
I was about to say, like, to me, the CGI didn't really like pop out to me, just because I think whenever you see Dracula, it's always at night. So I guess it gets for me.
They do that on purpose, bro.
Yeah.
They fucking do that on purpose.
But then it's Dracula though. We can't be in the sunlight.
Yeah. That was actually another critique of mine.
Well, no, yeah, that too, but also because in every horror movie, well, not horror movie, in any movie,
they do that. Yeah.
They want to put bad CGI in nighttime because it's less noticeable.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So they do that on purpose. They're slick with it, bro.
No, yeah. But even in the shadow though, when I always see him crawling, I couldn't notice it though.
Yeah.
But I guess Mario didn't. All right, that's good.
No, I was about to say another critique I had was that I like. Oh, not just spoiler. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll say that in the spoilers. But no, but one is the ending, because like for me, if you do all this build up, the ending when you show us him fully, it has to be very satisfying. And Godzilla, the first one, we tease him a lot, right? They tease Godzilla throughout the movie, but the end, it's like, okay, I've been satisfied. Here, it just feels like
you wasn't satisfied.
I wanted more.
I'm telling you, the third act should have started in the second.
Yep.
That's what I truly think.
I agree with that.
But even then, I agree with Mario, bro. Like the whole last battle, like we're gonna kill this thing. It wasn't even all that fucking.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true.
It wasn't even all that, to be honest.
And you remember? No, never have to spoiler mine.
Bro, this man,
this dude don't know.
God damn it!
It's because it adds to like, bro, like why?
Yeah, we'll get to it in the spoiler sections. All right, what about the characters, Mario? What do you think about the characters?
I really only care about the main. I'm be honest. The captain, the crew, the chick, they were all just bland.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they were just there.
No, yeah, okay.
I agree.
Was there anything else, Mario? Did you
No,
have
that's pretty much
anything
it.
else that you liked or disliked? Because I know there's some things, but there's.
I mean, I will say this. Even though we complained about the CGI, where
I like the atmosphere though.
Obviously, the atmosphere. You don't feel like because the majority of this movie takes place on the boat. You don't feel like you're like, oh my god, we're still on the fucking boat. You know what I mean? Like you're not. You don't feel like that. I will say I do like how Dracula looks. Like I do like how
pretty cool.
how his eyes are glow.
That's
when
how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like a man bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like he looks really cool, and I would say I would you are entertained throughout the entire movie. It's just there are some critiques that we all have.
No, yeah, okay. Well, I guess that's another thing real quick. Did you guys feel like me where like some parts you were in, some parts you were out of it, or like maybe that was just me? Like, what do you guys think?
Me personally, I was invested.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't like intrigued one scene and then out of it in the other.
Gotcha.
I felt like I was intrigued through the whole thing, though I as intrigued as I was, I still had those little gripes about the movie in the back of my head. So like while I'm watching it, I'm still like, but damn, like I wished they would have built the tension up a little more with Dracula, or I wish they didn't show him hella a lot in the light and shit. I don't know, stuff like that.
I got you.
Things like that.
Okay, well, what about you, Mario?
What was the question again?
What did you feel? Were you invested?
Oh, I was invested.
Were you invested through the entire time?
I'm like, I was invested. Yeah.
Through the entire time. Damn, I don't know, man. Maybe. Dang, man. I don't know, man. I guess I'm tripping, man. No, but yeah, I don't know. For me personally, man, there was just some moments where I was like, okay, like Nick Fury, I'm in and I'm out type shit. You feel me? But that was just me. So I guess we pretty much covered everything in our spoiler. We even covered the synopsis and everything. So yeah, let's get to our rating. Do you want to start, Mario?
I would say.
What would you rate this, man?
I would say this movie is not a terrible movie. It's not bad or anything like that. I would probably say it's a very okay film. So I'll probably give it a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is it worth the movie ticket?
No.
Not even a $5?
Not even a $5.
No, not even $5.
Not even the $5?
Nah, I wouldn't say it's worth $5. Just fucking wait for it. This shit would be on Prime or Netflix sooner or later.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Do you want to go next, However, do you want me to go?
No, I can go. I mean, like I said, I agree with Mario, bro. This movie's not terrible. It also wasn't fantastic. I mean, it keeps you entertained. But if you want to watch a movie about like a monster or just some sort of entity that's just killing characters off one by one in a secluded area, I mean, there are way more interesting movies that do it than this movie does. You know, I get it, the whole appeal. Like this just kind of feels like any other movie of a monster or some ghoul or entity that just kills off these characters one by one. It just feels like every other movie except the money making marketing thing is that the monster is Dracula. Obviously, that's kind of like the difference. Otherwise, if it was Jason Voorhees and a cabin and not a ship, you're watching exactly the same movie. But I mean, the movie was all right, bro. I mean, I think you'll have a good time. The movie is good enough to where you could watch it and you'll be like, all right, cool. That movie was a fun time. It passed the time. It kept me entertained. But was it like masterclass film quality? Not really. But was it also super terrible and unbearably boring like 65? Tampoco. I
All right, man. All right, dude. All right, man.
What?
This dude just absolutely like obliterated 65. What do you say again? If it's absolutely boring and what? What'd you say? Uninteresting and boring. Like, what'd you give that one again? Did you give it a 5 or something?
Bro, I forget.
Dude, come on, Hop. It was still pretty cool.
Come
on, man.
I still think it's all right.
You said it was boring. No, you said it was boring and uninteresting. I thought, like, this dude went ballistic, bro. Like, come on, man. All right, no, that's your opinion, man. That's why.
What's it called? I mean, man. I mean, I feel like this movie is.
Yeah.
It passed the time, bro, and it's enjoyable enough. But I'm with Mario.
How long was this movie?
I think it was like an hour and 40.
No
way.
I
could check.
Nah,
it felt long, bro.
I think it's 2 hours.
No way, is it really 2 hours?
Dude, check. It felt long.
I think it was 2 hours.
To me, man. I was like, holy shit.
I will say, bro, I agree with Mario, bro. I mean, this is not really a movie I would recommend to people go watch in the movie theater. I'd say wait for it comes out on streaming.
An hour and 58.
Yeah, see, it's almost 2 hours.
Almost 2, yeah.
So I would say, man, this movie, man, don't watch it in movie theaters. It's not really worth it. It's not worth your money. I say wait for it to come out on streaming. Wait for it to come out on Amazon, or if you want to rent it for $3 on YouTube or Vudu, whatever the fuck you use. Go ahead, bro, because this movie's not worth leaving the comfort of your house, spending your money on overpriced soda and popcorn just to go watch a movie that you're just gonna walk out being like, all right. You know what I mean?
That's actually well said, bro.
So in my opinion,
well said. That's how I left.
In my opinion, bro, I'm giving this a 6.
Yeah, man. Just like 6, man. I'm gonna give it a 6, man. Just like me, man. So, that's what I was thinking, bro. I was like, yo,
just like me.
Hey, man, just like
I just got that.
Just like 6,
like
I'm gonna give
just
this
like
a 6.
me, man, 'cause I'm 6.
Just like me,
I'm a 6 out of 10.
Hey, no. I'm 6 inches.
Just said it, yeah. You're right.
Hey, Mario, I'm 6 inches, man. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Anyways,
Why is he
no,
growling
yes.
in the mic?
No, yeah, 6, man. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Damn, so 6s across the board.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
shit.
Whoa.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm seeing all the. I'm seeing 6.
I'm saying 6, man.
I'm seeing 6s. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, man, I agree with the guys, man. I don't think it's worth to go check out the movie. Like, it's a cool premise. It's cool. Like I said, like what Javi said, like if you just want to, if you're bored one night, you don't know what to watch or whatever, if you want to watch this, I mean, go ahead. If you like the whole monster genre and everything, yeah. And also, there's another thing, also real quick, right, before we get to the spoiler section, is another thing that I liked, which I don't know if it's canonically accurate to like the Dracula story and like whatever, is it's a spoiler. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to get into the spoiler section, guys. So if you guys want to know what that is, stay for the spoilers. Or if not, obviously go watch the movie. If you don't, whatever. I'm going to talk about a spoiler section. But it's something that I never seen before from Dracula. And to me, I think it's like really unique. And I was like, okay, that's pretty different. And I kind of like that. Okay. That's where I was like more intrigued in the part of the movie. I was like, okay, cool. And like I said, I don't know if it's canonically, I can't say that word. If it's, canon type shit in the Dracula world. So that's why maybe you guys might know. Maybe you guys could correct me. But yeah, guys, so that's going to just, if you want to hear me hear that from me, stick around for the spoiler sections. So yeah, we're about to get into the spoiler sections right now. I'll give you maybe like 2 seconds to, 3 seconds to leave. You guys always make fun of me at this. 1, 2, 3, or is it 3, 2, 1? I say 1, 2, 3, man. Fuck it, man. All right, guys, we're in the spoiler sections now. Fuck it. That was it, man. If you're not here,
3, 2, 1, we're here.
You're not there. If you're not out of here, then it's on you.
If you're not in here,
oh yeah,
that's a
joke. Dude, that's what Mario said in the Talk to Me review.
Hey, we saw titties.
Yeah, as soon as we saw titties.
I wish, man.
Bro, Mario said technically we did.
What?
In that one scene, the spoiler.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Should we talk about it? Because it's kind of spoilers.
It is a spoiler.
No, whatever. It's we'll talk about it after the pod, I guess. Yeah. Whatever. But anyway, so the thing that I said, that like what I think was pretty interesting and unique that I have never seen it, was that when Dracula bit people, they became like their minions, like zombified type shit, and they were like their own little his own little soldiers.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing that Dracula's done?
I don't know, bro. From the source material, I have no idea, but that is something I've not seen before.
I've never seen that before, and not gonna lie, that shit was cool. I've never seen that before. Mm-hmm. That's cool as fuck. Where it's like a zombie, but not. It's like a vampire.
Because I'm gonna be real with you, bro. The only other movie I saw with Dracula in it was Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing. Remember that Van Helsing movie?
Yeah, Van Helsing's are raw, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I like
those
that
movies
movie.
are cool.
That movie was really good. And
They're Underworld. Remember Underworld?
I've never seen all those movies.
Whoa, you never seen Underworld?
No,
Dude,
no.
that shit's hard. Not gonna
Yeah?
lie. Yeah, dude.
No,
Underworld's
bro.
cool.
I've seen so the Van Helsing movie with Wolverine, right, where he plays Van Helsing.
Yeah.
I really like that movie though. I don't know if it's nostalgia though. I got to rewatch it because I've heard that movie's mid.
Yeah,
but whatever.
yeah.
In that Dracula movie, he has 2 women on his team, these chicks that are like his wives, and they're also vampires themselves. And I think I can't remember if they were born that way or if he bit them and made them into vampires.
Well,
but
no.
even then, in this movie, they were more so possessed.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
Than being conscious servants to Dracula.
Yes, because we understand, like in the whole vampire field or whatever, is when you bite them, they transform into vampires, right? But like you said, these guys were like possessed, and they look like zombies. They had like white eyes.
White eyes.
And that shit was cool to me. I was like, yo, that's pretty fucking cool. I've never seen this before. We know the typical shit, like, oh, vampire bites a person, they become a vampire, cool. But we never seen like a zombie possessed type of like figure. Like we've never, at least I never seen that. So I thought that was really cool. I got to give him like credit for that. That was a really cool idea, premise. What did you think about that, Mario?
I would just say whenever I thought of fucking like just vampires in general, it's like if you get bit, you become a vampire.
Yeah.
Or you die. One of the fucking two.
Yeah, they suck.
I've never seen like, oh, you're now under my control or whatever the fuck. But that definitely was unique.
If Mario was getting bit by Dracula, like, oh, whoa, bite down here, buddy.
Yo,
you're biting the wrong spot.
How about suck the blood out of this guy? Maximize Primus.
Oh my god.
Prima maximize.
What the fuck?
But yeah, that's just Mario though, right? Danny wants to get bit in the butt.
What the fuck?
Fucking Danny, bro. But yeah, so anyways, that's one thing that I thought was pretty cool. I guess some is there any like favorite moments did you guys have or
Favorite moments?
Dude,
let's go
for
through
me,
favorite
it's
moments, I
hard
guess.
for me to say what the fuck's a favorite moment just because there's so much buildup in this goddamn movie. It's hard for me to pick a scene where I'm just like, holy fuck.
God damn, Mario just went ballistic.
You know what I mean?
It's so hard to pick a favorite moment in this movie that's mid as fuck and like
Yeah,
so
bro.
much buildup. God damn.
He went crazy.
Motherfucker went crazier than me than when I said it's about 65.
Nah.
Nah, it's just like, bro, like if you build up, you gotta make
Javi went crazy on 65. Not gonna lie.
yeah, it is so
Uninteresting,
uninteresting, disinteresting. Like you're an idiot if you watch this movie. Looks at,
Low IQ.
low IQ looks at Hector and Mario. How? But you watch it too. Shit,
I mean,
you're
we had to for the pod, though.
Yeah, I know. But no, man, it's hard.
Mario,
It's
low-key,
hard. It's hard to pick a
What is-
favorite scene. Just
What is
because
our favorite moment of?
it's hard to pick. I guess when you finally get the big reveal, but even when you get the reveal, it feels like the build-up's not even fucking worth it because you dragged it out for so long.
Yeah, I guess. Wow, man, that's.
I'm trying to think, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm just like, what is my favorite moment?
or like a moment. Okay,
I felt like I
maybe
just-
not favorite moment, but like a moment where like you're like,
It
oh
popped out.
shit.
Oh, I got one that popped
Oh,
out.
fuck.
That popped
Okay,
out.
okay.
When they actually killed the kid.
Okay.
I didn't expect the kid to die. at
Okay,
all.
you know what?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with him because I actually thought the kid was gonna survive. So the
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
that he
yeah.
fucking died, I was like, no way.
And I'm glad they
Yeah.
committed to it because I thought they were gonna fucking pull a fucking a Fast and Furious where that motherfucker said, "Oh, he moved." Remember the captain?
Come on.
Yeah.
For real, I'm just like, oh, I swear to fucking God, this kid lives. I'm
Like
so
he has like a
pissed.
heartbeat and he's like coughing
Yeah.
out blood or something. Or,
Yeah, bro.
But no,
I was
but
gonna
he was alive, but he was possessed.
Yep.
That whole thing was pretty cool.
Where he
man.
comes back to life and he's on fire and he burns the captain and,
and like
shit.
even the first guy that got burned, he's like it burns. He's like, oh, we need to get him water.
I liked
What
I actually
happened?
liked that.
That was cool.
That was cool because you're like it burns and you're like what the fuck is he talking about? But then you see the sunlight moving and you're
Yeah.
like oh fuck vampire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, that was cool too.
He
I really,
just starts
I really
screaming. And
You know what
repeating
though
it.
about that fucking scene, bro? When
What's
the
up?
guy first when he's tied to that pole and he fucking catches on fire,
Oh,
I feel like the camera lingered too much on the motherfucker on fire and didn't show enough excuse me, reaction shots of the other crewmates being
Okay.
like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
freaking
I can
out.
see that, bro. I agree with that.
I was
You're
like
right.
I was waiting for the camera to switch back at like the
You're
main,
right, dude.
at the kid, or at the main guy, right? Clemens or whatever his name was. I'm gonna just call him Dr. Dre. Straight out of
Yeah, it
Compton.
was Clemens, I think.
I think it was that actually.
Dr. Clemens
or
Something like-
Blemons, some shit like that.
something like that. But like I was
Bunch of
waiting for.
Slava yeah.
Oh,
I would just suck Mike.
All right, dude. All right.
hey yo.
Hey, man, true. Hey, Mario going crazy right now.
Listen, bro.
Anyways,
Listen, bro. I should.
No, it's Clemens. It's Clemens.
Clemens.
I should
Clemens.
miss out on more pods, man. 'Cause y'all
Nah,
getting
man.
kinda- y'all getting kind of freaky with it, bro. What the fuck? But no, yeah, man.
Javi just brings that energy, you know.
Hey yo. look at
why did Mario say it like that? He just brings that energy. Like
Hell no.
that's how you said it, bro. Anyways,
There's a little twang in his voice.
yeah,
Little
nah,
twang.
bro.
Kind of energy.
No, bro. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, look.
Go ahead.
Now you're getting all flustered. And
Yo, Hector's on his bed right now, laying on his stomach, kicking his feet in the air. What the fuck is wrong with this man?
Hector,
Fuck
get
it,
up, bro. We're doing a
Yeah, for real.
Man, shut up, bro. Like, what am I even supposed to say that, bro? Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, there's no proof, bro.
Yes, there is.
Nah, bro. You were saying, bro, the camera was lingering on the guy burning
Yeah,
up.
and I'm surprised that they didn't really like show the crewmates' reaction. Like
That's
what
true,
the
bro.
fuck? Like, I was waiting for them to be like, all right, so like,
That scene was gnarly, though.
it was cool, bro. I was just waiting for the camera to like cut back to them,
Or
and they
like,
never did.
or like that same guy before they tie him up and burn him up or whatever, right? When he was banging his head on that fucking door to get to the kid, that shit was pretty creepy, bro. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
I like the part where Dracula kills his first victim, and he pushes that motherfucker's face into the floor, and his nose was all pushed in.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit was crazy.
The death
That's some-
scenes are gnarly.
That's a fucking fatality,
Hey, man,
bro.
it's rated R, man.
Yeah.
But okay, so I guess we'll talk about Clemens real quick, man, because we see like a lot of foreshadowing in the beginning, man. Like they're trying to pick out people, the crew members, to get to get on
England.
this voyage and stuff like that. Clemens is the one that's trying to get to it. He's a doctor. He's educated. He graduated college and everything, and he's not able to go because I guess the people don't. The captain or what's the captain or like
No, it was the other
second
guy.
second in command.
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, he doesn't choose. What Polka Dot Man? From
Suicide Squad.
is he?
Yeah,
I don't remember, bro. What the fuck?
that's Polka Dot Man.
Oh shit. Fuck, where was I? Oh yeah, so he was picking out these people. Everyone's like lined up and everything. Clemens wants to go. He's like, nah, bitch, you good or whatever. And he ends up picking someone else. And then they start loading up the ship. And then we get hinted of like this crate coming up, and you see like this dragon, like a dragon symbol. You're like, well, what the fuck's going on? And like even before that, I guess like they needed people to help load the ship. And remember, like, oh, they don't want to load it because they said they want to get out of here before sundown. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? What do they mean by that? And then the guy is like gives them the gold or some shit. And he's like, good luck in a different language. And the other guy's like, what did he say? He said good riddance, good reads. He's like, no, he said good luck. You know, at that moment, Mario, I want to say good night, good luck, and good night.
Oh yeah,
From
Dying Light.
From Dying Light. That's sort of the
Yeah.
slogan.
Oh,
good
yeah.
night and good luck or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I wanted to tell you, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna kill the mood right now. It's kind of creepy. Like, I want to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And so yeah, then after that, we're like, okay, that's our first one. We're like, okay, what the fuck's going on, man, right? And then we get that one scene where that guy that was picked over Clemens notices that dragon and he freaks out, and he ends up like losing his balance, and he starts letting go on the pulley system that's dropping the crate. And the crate's about to fall on this boy that's on obviously the ship, the one that died that we talked about. And Clemens sees that and saves him like Spider-Man. And the captain notices it, and obviously they lost. And then once the captain is like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Whatever. That guy that notices that dragon symbol, he said, "Fuck this, I'm out. You didn't tell me that's a dragon. You didn't tell me blah 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 about this shit."
The devil's serpent.
Yeah, the devil's
It's a
serpent.
sign
It's
of bad omens.
exactly bad omens. He said basically says, "Fuck that. I'm out."
I forget that back then they believed in all that shit.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, they killed chicks for like, dude.
For witchcraft.
Yeah, bro. I could just tell. Like, if she cheated on me, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, bitch." I'd go to City Hall. She a witch. I bet they all kill her, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy as fuck to me, bro. Not gonna lie to you, bro. But yeah, so they believe that stuff, and that's where another moment we're like, oh shit, what the fuck? And this guy's like, I'm out. He leaves. Fuck this shit. Bad omens, bitch. I'm not getting on this dragon shit. leaves. He didn't say it like that, guys.
I'm not getting on this dragon shit.
Guys, when I talk crazy like that, that's me. All right, that's just like, I'm summarizing it for y'all, like modern summarizing or whatever. Yeah. And so then the captain said, "All right, that motherfucker left. Clemens, what's up? You in or what?" Clemens,
you win or you out.
Clemens said, Clemens said, when I'm out, I'm in.
There you go. Yeah. That's what I wanted to say, but I'm like, damn, I fucked it up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's what I was setting up to, man. I was setting up to that joke. And so he's like, all right, sure, why not? Let's get it, man. And then we leave, and then we get like when that, because the crate fell, and like we see dirt. And we're like, okay, cool. Like, and obviously they show, it's one of those things that movies do where like they show like maybe 1-2 second shot of something minuscule like that, just to like, I guess, foreshadow of what's to come or like kind of the importance. And we later find out that the crates that they have, they don't even know what they're delivering, and it's just crates full of dirt. And it's like, what the fuck? We don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah. And then one of the crates that has the dirt, that girl that we talked about, the one that was like scared as fuck and then pulls out the gun, she was in there. Yeah. And we're like, what the fuck? And so what? Was she was in there she was put there by Dracula?
I have no idea, bro.
I'm assuming so because she had that infection that you get when Dracula bites you, and that's how you become a minion.
Oh yeah, because she showed like scars on her about many bites, and like I remember, I think she said that he used her as like a refueling source.
I think so, yeah.
So okay, so I guess he put her in there because we get her backstory. Like, she's from a village and she knows about this creature because this creature would terrorize their village.
So Dracula's castle would look down on her village, and he would always take bodies. So like the village had an agreement with Dracula where like they would basically say like, hey, don't kill us, we'll give you bodies. But at some point they ran out. So what did Dracula do? He said, I gotta find some more bodies.
You know what,
and
though?
That's kind of like, oh, shit.
You know what, though?
Yeah.
Her whole backstory is a version of a movie that I would have liked to have seen more.
I said when we left, I don't know if you heard
like a village being terrorized.
By Dracula.
Yeah.
In Transylvania. Yeah. With this castle up on the hill, up on a mountain and shit. And that's where you could have shown like that both that human and monster version of Dracula. You can have like some really good actor who knows how to play a stoic, sophisticated ladies' man Dracula. Who can also be menacing. He can just turn it on and be menacing and shit. And then when he's like, it's a rat, he'll turn into that ghoul monster version. I feel like that would be a version of Dracula I would have liked to have seen more.
And she, let's say, and then she would be the main character, right? Yeah. So she'll be the main character, and then guess what? The sequel would be this one.
Makes sense.
The sequel would be this one, The Last Voyage.
Yeah.
And in the trilogy, how you end is in England.
When they get there.
How this movie ends.
Yeah. Hey man, they're finna build a universe.
Hey man, they should just hire us.
Hey bro, I'm going on strike.
Yeah man, for real.
Oh, speaking of strikes, real quick, you saw the VFX artists? They're thinking about doing that.
I mean, bro, like
they did already.
Oh, they did?
I thought you said they did.
I can't remember if they did or they're like they're what's it called, unionizing. And trying to figure out like, okay,
I mean, it was only a matter of time, bro. They get fucked over.
They
get fucked more than the fucking actors.
Hey, dude, you know who's gonna go on strike next? The people that clean up the sets.
Oh hell,
janitors. After Mission Impossible, with a bunch of cars broken, the trains.
Yeah,
the people that have to clean all that up, man. We going on strike, man. Fuck this shit. Some bullshit. But anyways, what were you gonna say? You were gonna say something?
I was gonna say that this strike's been going on for a while, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised no one's doing anything. They're just still picketing and shit.
Dude, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hey, man, I'm afraid. You don't think Disney will resort to AI making their movies now?
I saw that.
You think so?
I saw that. I could have sworn Disney said that was it Disney?
Hey, if these writers don't want to come back.
Was it Disney or something?
We'll just use AI to make our movies.
No.
Toy Story 5.
I could have sworn Disney or somebody made a group, bro, of what is it called? Of people trying to figure out like to do like AI related shit.
No way, bro.
I swear to God. Fuck? But anyways, okay, let's come back in. So yeah, where were we at again?
We were talking about the girl and how you guys said like, oh, I would have rather seen that movie.
No, yeah, that would be cool. So like, cool. Even her, yeah. So that's her background. I guess that's all we get. Oh, Mario. Now that we're in the spoiler section, did you want to talk about the things you didn't like and there were spoilers or whatever? Remember that?
One of them was at the end. I'm trying to remember the second because I know I had a second
things
one.
that you did not like or something like that.
I mean, I can see the one I thought I remembered immediately, but that's what I would completely just switch to the end of the movie.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I was about to say.
I mean, we already jumped around.
Yeah, you're right. Because you know how I was saying like, oh, even the ending didn't even feel that satisfying.
Yeah.
Like one thing that took me out of that kind of took me out of the third act when they're fighting Dracula is when how he gets trapped. You know how Anna, that's the chick's name, I'm pretty sure. She cuts the rope and that tears down that one wooden pole, whatever that gets Dracula trapped. I feel like they've shown us him moving so quick where he's literally, you see him in one frame, camera pans up, oh, he's gone. Where I'm like, okay, so clearly he's fast. So you mean to tell me when this pillar falls,
he didn't have enough time to move?
Yeah, and I'm just like, really? Like that's what gets him trapped?
Yeah.
And it takes me out of it where I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck?
I guess the reason why some stuff like that doesn't stand out to me as much as it does to Mario is because the rest of the movie was just okay. That like behavior like that or scenes like that,
expected
it's just kind of expected.
Ah, okay, I see.
You know what I mean? Whereas if like the whole movie was raw and then they came out with that, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? Like it would stand out more.
I got it right here.
Uh-oh.
The Walt Disney Company has formed a task force to investigate the potential applications of AI throughout its various business units, including cutting costs and enhancing customer experiences. This comes despite ongoing Hollywood writers and actors strikes that have put some AI technologies in the crosshairs. Yeah. So yeah, bro, they're thinking, you know what, man?
That's scary.
No, it's an investigation, isn't it? They're talking about like they're investigating on whether or not AI has been used more in writers' rooms. No,
it says right here, as they formed a task force to investigate the potential applications of AI throughout its various business units.
Oh,
so where they think they can put AI to cut costs?
Yeah, that's what it is.
What the fuck, bro?
It says right here, Disney hopes that AI can help control the soaring costs of movie and television production. Which can sometimes reach $300 million for major film releases. AI could also enhance customer support and create unique interactions within Disney's themes parks.
What the fuck? But like how?
Hey man, but yeah, that's what Disney's doing, bro. Disney's move to embrace AI comes amid resistance from Hollywood writers and actors who view generative AI as a threat to their jobs. I don't know, man. Disney said, you know what, man? Fuck y'all. Go on strike. Go hungry.
That's crazy,
dude, bro.
I don't know, man.
Like, why can't we just why is it so hard to just have to pay a little bit?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Disney,
Kevin Hart
bro.
does not need $40 million alone.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah, like if he's in a movie or some shit. You know what I mean? Like if he's in a.
Oh, you're talking about like his shitty ass comedy movies?
Or any movie like Jumanji or whatever, like wherever, like I'm just saying, like I don't know, fucking hot, bro. Literally. What about Kevin? It's just like a well-known actor. They don't need like Tom Cruise. He probably don't need 20 million off of this movie alone. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe you could just cut down to that a little bit, spread it around other people. You know, that's my point. You know what I mean? I get the start of the film.
That's one thing, but like the way I think Kevin Hart and all,
dude, that was just
they.
That was just an example.
I know, but like, just like to go off of it. I mean, they maybe they would say things, but like, would they actually carry that out?
Man,
like,
I ain't saying shit, man.
They would be like, they'd be like, yeah, I'll share my money.
Hey, if I was a star of a movie and I was making $30 million, I'll be like, hey man, I see no evil.
I mean, bro, Disney makes so much fucking money, bro.
No, yeah, bro.
Like, come on, they can afford to pay him more.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
They just don't want to.
They just don't want to, bro. Corporate greed, man.
It's greedy as fuck.
Greedy, those fucking.
Bye, you're making what, 40, 50 million a year or some shit. I don't fucking know. He's like, man, nah, y'all good. I need my 40 million a year. Y'all starving. That's crazy, man.
And I'm up.
For real, and I'm up.
That's crazy.
Y'all go on strike. I'm never on strike. That's crazy.
I'll strike y'all names off my list.
It's an evil world. It's in the world. Wait, what?
It's an evil world we live in. It's the world of Disney.
I was gonna say. Sorry, I'm gonna say it's been a while since the world of
this
nervous.
Oh yeah, man.
This AI is gonna rule the world. But anyways, okay. So we're back. So yeah, so we're back. Is there any? I'm trying to remember.
I feel like I've said everything, bro.
No, I'm
I
trying
have
to.
nothing else to say. This movie was.
I'm trying to get to the ending. Is that Mario? Do you want to talk about that? Because I remember you mentioned that earlier.
Oh, I just mentioned it right now, where like how
you did?
how Dracula was shown to us throughout the entire movie. As, like, this,
I thought you were talking about like the ending where like they crashed.
Oh no! I'm talking about like the actual fight between like Clemens and Anna.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
it wasn't even all that.
It wasn't even.
Let's talk about the potential sequel.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the very end, right?
I do think this movie does have a cool ending, at least. Like it's not a
like the
bad
very,
ending.
very, very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very
Yeah,
end.
we're like, okay, so Clemens obviously survived because like, did you already said that the girl?
No, we didn't get there. I literally just was talking about the fight, like just the fight.
I'm talking about like the actual ending. Do you want to talk about that then?
All right, yeah. So basically,
Like what they decide to do in order to defeat Dracula.
I completely forgot.
What? No way, Hav. No way you forgot.
I forgot what it was.
Dude, they said, all right, in order to defeat this bitch, we gotta sink.
remember
this
at the
bitch.
ending of the movie is the beginning
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
remember?
movie.
Oh, they wanted to destroy the ship, right?
Yeah, they wanted to sink it.
They wanted to sink it, but even they failed in that.
Even they failed. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
say so. Basically the boat crashes, right? And before the boat crashes, Anna and Clemens hop off,
Yeah.
and they're holding on to like pieces of the boat and
Some Titanic shit.
Yeah, for real. I was about to say some Titanic.
I
shit.
was thinking that too.
And they see the boat crash, and Anna has those eyes, the
White ice.
the white eyes.
Yeah, we see her like transforming.
And basically, we find out is that even with the blood transfusions, that no matter what, if you get bit by him, but if you get bit by Dracula, you're fucked.
It just like delayed the process.
It just delays it. That's all it does. And so they kind of accepted their fate, or Anna accepted her fate and was like, no, just let me go. I get to go out on my own terms, basically. And so basically she goes off into the sea. The sun comes up, and Anna.
But like I said, like even that situation to me felt like it was supposed to mean something
more emotional.
and
Yeah,
more emotional. But I didn't feel shit.
I didn't feel anything either. It's kind of like,
And that's my
all right.
point. That's my point. How that's what I was trying to say is
Yeah.
like the characters. I think like I didn't care that
They're
much.
so
for them, and I
bland.
think they should have been built up more.
Yeah.
Or something, man. Like we should have got more screen time of that. And low key, maybe that could have been the times where like you said that they showed Dracula too much. Maybe that could have been replaced for more time for her, and maybe try to build some type of rapport. And since she was gonna die at the end of the movie, and like this whole scene was supposed to be so emotional or whatever, but it didn't feel that way, right? So, anyways, the ship crashes and everything, and the constables, the police people are there, and they're reading the captain's log, and they're getting whatever they have. They're reading whatever happened on that ship, and then that's when Clemens, he's the only survivor, and he goes to that village or whatever. And we see him. He's like at a what? Like a bar?
Yeah, he's at a bar.
He's like a bar area. He's like, okay, cool. Oh, I guess. What? Okay, actually, yeah. I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'll go back because I was about to say I forgot something. So then he's there at the bar. He's talking about his experience. He's like drawing the girl.
Yeah, which is weird.
Here's the thing. Like I said, that moment was supposed to be like emotional.
Yeah.
So he feels that way, but us as an audience, we don't give a fuck. We don't really care.
There's no like romantic.
No, there
from
was
what
no
I'm
vibe
from what I think that scene was supposed to be is like,
she was just
like
there.
yeah.
She was just there, like whatever, cool. Like she did a couple moments with the guns and whatever. I think she was the only one that fired a gun in this movie.
I think so.
Like she was the only one.
Yeah, at the door and then at Dracula,
And that was it. No, everyone else had guns, but they just didn't.
They never got the chance to shoot.
Yeah, I guess not. Whatever. So, anyways,
They could only afford 2 bullets, bro. That's why.
Bro, yeah. They spent all their money on the Dracula.
Yeah.
So Clemens is in this bar. He's drawing her. He's giving his own monologue how he survived and everything. How his goal is to I will find you. I will kill you. Some taken shit, right? Basically, all of a sudden he hears this banging, and he's like, "What the fuck is that? What's that banging?" And that banging sounds similar to that banging that they do in the ships to communicate with each other. Whether
hear it throughout
you can hear it throughout the ship. So like if someone's down in the cellar, someone like Danny if he's in the poop deck, or like up top, right?
with Javi, it's him shitting on actors, movies like randomly. With you, it's Danny.
That's like funny. It's just, I don't know, man. Danny's just funny, man. But anyway, so yeah, or like if you're in the like captain's quarters or anywhere around the ship, if you start knocking or banging, you could get you hear the vibrations, you hear like this echo going throughout the ship. And so that's what he was hearing at that bar where there's a bunch of people, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on?" And then we get a scene where it's like the bottom of the cane hitting on the floor, and like, okay, what the fuck? And then you remember, this is the part where I forgot to mention, is when the girl and Clemens, they said, yo, let's go investigate these crates. We don't even know who they're from, where they going to, like, what the fuck?
What's in them?
And what's in them? So they started looking. That's when they find the dirt, and they find Dracula's, like, tomb. I think it would have been cooler if it was, like, a coffin or some shit.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's like, it's just a tomb or whatever, like a rectangle, whatever.
Box crate thing.
Yeah, box, whatever. And they find out, like, it's dirt and everything. And then inside Dracula's tomb, they find, like, a cane. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, cool. And that was it. And then here we see that same cane. And we're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Thumping, bro.
And then we see it's Dracula himself in his human form. And
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't, bro.
He was in his ghoul form.
Yeah, really? He was.
In just human clothing.
He
looked like Jack the Ripper.
Are you sure, bro?
Yeah,
I could have sworn he was in his human form.
No, he did not look like a human.
No, but like he was human, but like he still had that look of like not like what's it called? Like of his beast form. That's how I saw him.
No, bro. It was in his
dead ass.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. I
he
guess
had the eyes, the teeth were all out and shit, like the same nose.
And nobody noticed that. That's my point. That's why I thought like there was just some features that was like the beast form or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I missed that. I gotta see that again. But whatever. So it's Dracula himself, and he looks at him, and he kind of like gives that smirk.
Yeah.
And then obviously Clemens is like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then obviously the typical somebody walks past the camera and he's gone, and then the camera follows through the door, and we always sees the door shut from like basically like someone left the bar, and obviously it was Dracula.
He scratches Clemens on the neck.
Did he scratch him, or he just like what did he do? Like
No, he grazed him.
He like
and
touched
then he got PTSD to when he scratched him in the neck.
Oh yeah.
He's like, fuck, that was him.
Yeah,
bro. And then he runs out and tries to follow him out of the bar.
And he can't find his ass.
No, he does.
He does?
He sees him leave like...
He sees him like from a distance. Like he just sees his silhouette and it's his cane with his top hat and he's like, there he is. And that's when he turns around and you see his face and shit. He's all ghoulish.
Oh shit, dude. Fuck.
Here's my thing though.
I thought that was cool though.
It was alright, but like what would have been better is I agree with Hector on this, is that we should have seen a human version of him, not his ghoul version. Yeah. Now he's essentially the ghoul Dracula from the ship in human clothes.
Yeah, because like listen, because wouldn't it be cool if he was his human form? Yeah. Right, and then you're like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? But you recognize the cane. You recognize the cane, and he gives that smirk.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my god, that's fucking him. Dracula
in his human form.
Because even the girl mentioned it that he has a human form.
Yes.
Yeah. And we don't see that. That's what I pictured. Bro.
No, bro. But that's the thing that they don't do it, and that would have been a really cool way to end the movie. You see what I mean?
I guess that's why I think that's why my brain I liked it because I thought that was his human form.
Fuck no, bro. They kept him in his ghoul form.
Dude, I don't know
once
why.
I saw the teeth, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Once I saw the cane, I'm like, oh shit, I wonder who's gonna like the actor.
Same white eyes, bro. The teeth were all out, looking like Baraka from Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, Baraka.
Long ass Green Goblin elf ears, like. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? But like, he's a ghoul in human clothes. He's got the Abraham Lincoln top hat, the cane, the coats, and all that. And I'm like, what the fuck? This makes no. How does his wings fit under there?
Yeah,
like it just doesn't make. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck? It would have been like a really cool Easter egg, like a really cool thing if it was in his human form. We just see some like guy, with his hair slicked back, like typical, like with the collar up, like. But then be like, what the fuck? You're like, who is that? Shit, it's him. That would have been much cooler. But like you see his side profile and you still see the pointed ears and all this bullshit. I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm like, what the fuck?
I guess that's why I thought it was raw, man.
Nah, bro. I would have preferred it was his human form.
Fuck.
So I'm there with you, bro. I agree.
Well, now I don't like it as much. Because I thought it was his human form. I literally thought it was his human form. Not even kidding. Bro. That's why I was like, oh shit, that's kind of hard.
Then again, bro, I was sitting next to Hector in the movie theater, and I look over at him, and he was like this, bro. Like he's out of it. His head back, bro.
Bro, that's true. That's true.
So I wouldn't be surprised that he got scenes mixed up. Like, hey, man, I like the part where Thanos came out. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, I'm telling you, bro. Like, there was just some moments where I was kind of in and out. Yeah. I was just like, there's almost.
Did you notice the movie was very rinse repeat?
What do you mean rinse repeat?
It was very like. The formula was like the same, like it was very rinse and repeat. Like they do the same thing over and over. It was nighttime and Dracula comes and strikes.
Yes.
And then the next scene, they're all under the deck and they're just conversating.
Right.
And then the next shot is them outside again, and another victim gets taken. And then the next scene is them. Yes. They look at the dead body, they conversate some more, and then maybe every now and then we see the captain.
Oh, I remember
the captain write the log.
Yes, bro.
It was very rinse and repeat.
And that was my point where I said sometimes I was in and out because when it seemed like we were going somewhere. We're back to the start, and it's like, oh, another build up, and now I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's what I meant, bro. It's like, okay, we're going somewhere. oh wait, we're back to where we started. Okay, I'm out. You know what I mean? That's not what I guess I should have explained that better, man.
But
yeah.
remember the other critique.
All right, go ahead.
You remember when like the bodies would catch on fire?
Yes.
You know how it happened twice?
Yeah. 3 times.
Okay, so
3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I meant especially the second time, just because I'm just like maybe I'm looking at it from the audience perspective.
The whose perspective?
Audience perspective, like us, like maybe because like we're watching it, but maybe I'm like maybe I'm trying to like maybe if I was there I wouldn't think this.
Okay.
But I feel like after the second time, do they know that Dracula's on the ship by the second victim?
Who was the second victim again?
It was a kid. Oh yeah, they did. They saw him. They saw him bite him. Yeah, you're right. Right?
Oh yeah. They saw.
Okay, yeah. So they know it's a kid.
They saw him bite him. Yeah.
And they saw the first body burn. Right? Wouldn't you be able to think like, okay, they clearly the sun kills them. Wouldn't they want to trap Dracula in the sun? Like find a way to like trap him, hold him, or whatever the fuck? But they don't come up with that plan.
How did he escape?
Like, but here's the thing. It's one of the things where I'm like, maybe you don't think about that in that situation. Like, if you're there, I'm just like, maybe I'm looking at it from like, okay, because I know this Dracula is such a well-known story.
Yeah,
I'm automatically thinking that.
Yeah,
it's one of the things where I'm like, I can't really.
I get it.
It's a
to them, bro. I mean, I guess it's funny because we're here making excuses for the movie when the movie should have just done a better job. Like,
I just feel like
the movie should have just done a better job explaining itself, not us making excuses for it. I guess that's how you know it's a bad sign.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess to answer Mario, I guess, you know, when you're dealing with a fucking ghoul and you have no, like, an entity that you have no idea what the fuck, like, I guess the only thing on your mind, like, we're gonna trap and kill him is guns, like, obviously, right? Because all you got is guns, but like you never think of like what's its weakness. Garlic. Oh shit. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot garlic.
But they didn't know what it, like, they just knew. But that's the thing, they didn't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So in their minds, they're probably just like, fuck it, bro, we'll shoot it up or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I saw like a stake to
I
the
just
heart.
thought like they would see that the sun kills people, his minions. They would think maybe the sun kills him.
Yeah. So you remember how earlier I said that I thought the movie showed too much of Dracula?
Yeah.
I guess to elaborate more a little more since we're in spoilers. Okay, so like when we first see Dracula, he breaks out of the coffin or that crate. And like I wasn't expecting him to see him so soon. There are scenes where he's like on the floor crawling. He looks weak as hell and he's crawling and the camera's following him. I'm like, bro, why am I seeing him right now? Aren't you all going to keep him in the shadows? Aren't y'all going to keep him secluded in the dark and build the tension up, kind of build the scare factor in the audience? But like when they were showing him crawling and all this bullshit, there was one scene where like after he kills his first or second victim or something, there's a shot of him cradling in the corner. Remember when the camera was going around the wall? And we see him, he's cradling in the corner and shit because he's weak or whatever the fuck. And it's like, why am I seeing this? It's almost like the movie's trying to humanize Dracula, even though we're supposed to see him as a monster. And also, just by seeing more of him, you're not scared as much when you see him later because you know exactly how he looks like, you know how he operates, I guess. It's one of those things.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
I would have liked for the movie to be a little more tension building where they show him like, you know, maybe if they see a shadow behind it move.
Yeah.
Or one of those things where you know, someone looks at a dark shadow corner and he sees a figure and he's like, what the fuck, there's something there. And then they look away and then they look back at that corner and nothing's there.
Yeah, I got you.
Little things like that. I guess if I had to make an example, because like Sinister and the first 2 Conjuring movies do a really good job of tension building and building that fear, that is one of those things where it's like if you're dealing with a monster and you want to scare the audience, I don't even know, bro. Would you even classify this movie as a horror movie?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't call it a horror movie, but if you want to have horror movie tactics, like horror
it's more of
movie
like a thriller.
Yeah,
like a suspense thriller.
Yeah, but I guess if you want to build more suspense or like have more horror elements in it, you would have done things like that.
I mean, there was a few jump scares, but like even that,
the jump scares didn't even get me.
Yeah,
because they're so noticeable. That was another thing. Is that jump scares are very noticeable. You can literally count them down like 3. It was like watching the Nun 2 trailer. It's like, yeah, I know when it's coming.
Even though Mario jumped in that trailer.
Hey, I can't.
So
hey, yo, the Nun, man. That shit.
Even
we
you were there. You
witnessed
witnessed the jump, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Talk to Me, like when he saw, that was the first time him, like us seeing the trailer. He jumped at all the jump scares, bro. Even the last one, like he's oh shit, he almost dropped his phone. I'm like, what the fuck, Mario? like, are you good? He's like, hey man, that creeped me out, man.
I don't know, bro.
I didn't really.
Sometimes,
get that.
bro, horror movies try too hard with their jump scares, where it's so noticeable. You can literally in your head like, yeah, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I saw it coming, bitch.
Yeah.
I knew when it was coming. Yeah, that untrue trailer. I'm going fuck, bro. None two. What the fuck? Who gives a fuck? The first movie was mid.
I'd never seen it.
But the reviews, you know what I mean?
Come on, Hop. All right.
Hey, man, when the entire world says it's bad, like, what are the chances
I'll
we're
be
going
the-
to think it's good?
I'll
You
be
feel
the
me?
judge.
When it's 50-50, okay, we got to give it a shot. But, like, when everyone says it's trash, it's like, where we're going to be like, no, it was actually, fuck no. Like, it's obvious.
I mean, but here's the thing. Okay, listen. A majority of people like sour cream, but I don't like sour cream.
I don't like sour cream either.
But majority of people do.
Okay.
That's my point. It's like, listen. That's my point. If like a majority of people say something, that doesn't mean like I might agree with them.
Yeah, I guess, but
You know what I mean?
time's more valuable than food.
Come on, man. I mean,
That's time you can't get back. Like, damn, I could have spent those 2 hours on Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Need for Speed
Yeah.
Or something.
Get my bounty up.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But yeah, man, I don't know. So I felt like Dracula was shown a little too much.
Yeah.
The plot was very rinse and repeat. Dracula kills his victim at night. Daytime, they're all
No,
under
you're
the
right,
deck
bro.
talking, and
You're
then they're
right.
back at night when Dracula kills the next victim, and then the
I
next
think-
shot they're. Just
I guess
back and
I
forth.
couldn't really put it in words. Like I think that is why like I felt that like in and out moments. I think. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't really like.
I also don't buy. Well, I mean, I get it, right? It's adapted from the movie, and I'm sure the way the chapter in the Dracula novel, I'm sure it's like this. But I also kind of don't buy that
What?
these motherfuckers were being terrorized by Dracula over the span of weeks. There should have been like
Oh, was it
2-3 days. Yes, bro.
Really? I
Dude,
I thought it was like 1 week.
No, bro. The captain's first log was July 6th. The next time he logs is the 16th.
Wow.
And then he eventually gets to August, bro.
Wow.
I was paying attention to the dates.
Do you think? Okay.
And
I
I'm
said,
like, what?
I'm about to say an excuse, right? We already know it's a bad sign, right?
Right.
But could it be that maybe like Dracula just needed the blood that he needed, and then he went back to his coffin and just lay there, and then come back out when he needs more?
Maybe. But I guess if you wanted to make this movie a little more scary, like I said, like you wouldn't have so much time in between. I get it though. Here's the thing. There's the thing though.
It should have been like a week-long voyage.
Not even that, bro. Maybe
Not
like
even?
just a few days.
Because let's say a week-long voyage, and there's like 7 crew members. That's a crew member every night.
Sure. Even though he doesn't have to.
I guess
Kill
so.
as many people as he wants.
Yeah, you're right.
Or something. I don't know. But me personally,
Should have
bro,
been like an overnight thing.
sure, maybe 2 days max or something like that.
Hmm.
But here's the thing: this is where something I don't know if I can fault the movie for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can be like, oh, that's a flaw. I can't say that because this movie being an adaptation of a chapter of a novel, maybe the novel was
It's
like
like
that.
that.
Because like, from what I understand, the chapter in the novel are the captain logs. It's not like
Yeah.
a typical novel, like on a windy night. blah,
No,
blah, blah.
yeah.
It's literally like captain's log, July 6, 18, blah blah blah, and it's him logging his shit. That's what the chapter is. It's just log after log after log of the captain writing down his experiences on the ship. So I guess to be faithful to the novel, like they have to make the trip last weeks as it did in the books.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can fault the movie, but I just felt like more realistically they
No,
should
you're
have just
right.
made
You're
it
right,
more
bro.
or whatever.
You're right.
But I don't know. That's just me.
No, yeah.
I
I
still
could
think-
definitely see that, man.
I still think we should have gotten.
I thought it was shorter, man. I didn't know it was like weeks. long.
No, bro, it was
Yeah.
fucking weeks. I still think we should have gotten a Dracula movie where he was like in his castle, and
That would
was
be cool.
terrorizing the village. That sounded like a cooler
Like her
movie than
backstory,
what
like we talked about, yeah.
I felt like that was the movie I would like to watch over what I saw. Even though this movie was still cool, it was still enjoyable, but I guess the idea of him terrorizing a town, seeing the iconic
Castle.
Transylvania, the actual like Transylvania itself, and then seeing his castle, seeing him in human form, and I don't know. I guess if I really wanted to see that again, Van Helsing, I just circle back to that fucking movie.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
But whatever.
All right. I mean, we pretty much covered
Said
everything, man.
everything,
I think that's pretty much everything. Mario, you don't have any more final thoughts? You're good.
Nah, man.
All right. That's pretty much everything, guys. And thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
Peace.
See ya.